Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host John. Today we're talking about the Borderlands movie. Starring like everybody's favorites of movies where you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch that, to be honest.
Oh my god, yeah, like the four horsemen of like, you know what, I'm gonna skip this movie.
Yeah, unfortunately. Like, with the exception of course of like Kate Blanchett and Jamie Lee Curtis, because usually, and I say usually, they're in good stuff. I don't know what happened here. But yeah, this is starring Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jack Black. Who else is in this? Ariana
Kevin Hart.
Greenblatt. Yeah, Kevin Hart, and the guy who's Creed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who fought
not Creed.
in Creed 2.
Drago. My bad. Duh. Creed is Michael B. Jordan. But yeah, and yeah, this is based on the Borderlands trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy. And it's directed by Eli Roth, and I don't know what else to say because this really harkens back to when video game movies were just god awful. Like I don't know what he was coming in to this movie and like it can't be that bad. Can't be harkened back to the days of like truly awful Resident Evils, the Uwe Boll, whatever movies he made, or like Assassin's Creed, where you're like, did you even study the material of what you were doing? Like, yeah, harkens back to that.
I'm not gonna be lying to the audience here. I've never played Borderlands. Never it never like went under my radar of like, oh, I want to play this game. I hear a lot of people sing praises of it, and I never knew what the story was. So a lot of the times I can't say like that's not in the original material or whatever kind of like quip or catchphrase they have.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know.
Well,
So I can't say if like, oh, is this how they really talk in, the game? Did you play it?
well, someone who's been playing Borderlands 2 for the past week or so, I can confidently say no. They're a lot funnier, especially Claptrap. Like Claptrap in Borderlands 2 is like is like comic relief, like the definition of like, oh, I remember comic relief back in the 2010s like this. But like Claptrap here, I'm just like, can you please just shut the fuck up? I really just want you to shut up.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. As I was watching this entire movie, I always had like a little bit of an off feeling
Yeah.
with the dialogue, with like how the script was written. And I'm just like,
I think I'll have
Dude.
to agree with most people where I'm like, I don't think anybody wants to be here, especially
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett. And it shows because you're like, I don't think Kate has it in her anymore, to be honest.
no, like not gonna lie, like the action was kind of cool. I will like it that I did look up some of the costume designs, and I'm like, okay, it looks comic accurate.
Yeah.
Like everybody looks great, but it's just the script.
Yeah.
I find it really, really odd on like how they formed the dialogue because it's exactly like, oh, thank God we got away from them. He's right behind me, isn't he? It's like that. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think they used AI to write the script.
Yeah. Like,
No joke. I really think they used AI to write the script. And
yeah.
I'm just like, I was just listening through it. I was just like, this is every like textbook line,
Yeah.
and what would follow with that line. And I'm just like, this doesn't feel organic. Like there's, I don't think a thought was put into this
movie.
script at all. They're like, hey ChatGPT, make me a Borderlands fanfic, or like a Borderlands script
Yeah.
with these characters included, and make it engaging and funny.
And the chat is just like, I don't understand what is the depth of human emotion of what's engaging and funny, but I'll try. And that's the result. Did you know Kate Blanchett bought a PS5 in preparation for this role?
At least she got a PS5.
Yeah. I just feel bad for this movie. At least she has
Yeah,
fun times.
Agreed. Kate Blanchett, if ever you were gonna get in a PS5 game movie, maybe Armored Core. Go nuts.
What?
Or Elden Ring.
Yeah,
I think he would do a great character there.
yeah. I mean, you're already like familiar with fantasy, but like, there's not much going on in this movie. It's just like, yeah, I forgot. It's like to quote Jeremy Jones, I can't remember it in like T minus whatever. Just like I'm like they have to find the vault. She has to protect the girl. The girl thinks she's special, but it's actually her that's special. And like I can't really describe.
Yeah. Again, there was no build up. There was no fucking build up. They're just going on. I don't know anything about the vaults or anything, or if the story is accurate to the game.
I
But
just
they're going at it so smoothly. That again, it does not feel human.
yeah, I've already met Lilith in the game, and I'm like, wow, this character is more like three-dimensional and full of character, unlike the whatever Kate Blanchett was trying to do. Like I really can't tell if you're trying to be Lilith or like some other like generic female bounty hunter, like GDP. Can you please make me a character that fits this description? And he's like, okay, here you go. And you're like, that's the best you can do. Fine, fuck it. Did you realize that
Yeah,
the bus driver is fucking the guy who plays Dutch in Red Dead 2?
I did not. What the fuck?
Yeah, I heard his. You didn't
Does he
recognize
voice-
his voice?
I did not. Like again, I was kind of bored out of my mind.
Me too, but I was like, that voice sounds so familiar. It's like it's a voice trying to make money and go to Tahiti and like fuck everything up. I'm like, sounds like Dutch. It is Dutch.
That guy sounds like he got a plan.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he has nothing much to do here. Nobody really has anything to do here. Like the most that
Oh,
the person that really stands out is maybe Kevin Hart, because like I think he got another script. Not gonna lie. And I'm like, I think you're in a different movie, dude. I think you're in the Borderlands movie that was supposed to be.
Oddly enough, I didn't recognize. Like, Kevin Hart was barely Kevin Hart here.
Right?
So I'll give props to the movie that they made him pretty much act as a different character.
Right?
Because he sadly he is one of those actors, kind of like with Ryan Reynolds, where he pretty much acts as himself
Yeah.
in
No,
a lot of movies.
there was that serious movie when he was being a single father. I was like, that's pretty good. Can you do more
I
of
haven't seen
those?
it yet.
Yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't done more of those. If you guys are wondering, but yeah, Jack Black was such a like, what do you call it when your like my ears were on fire at one point where I'm like, when he's shitting out bullets, I was like, can you please shut up? Can you get on with your life and just shut up? And then he's in the Minecraft movie. I'm like, oh man, dude, really? I like you, but you're in really bad
Yeah.
movies now. I don't know if the Minecraft movie's gonna be bad. I'm gonna save judgment until later, but like from looks
Yeah.
alone, I'm like, doesn't look good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think I could skip this one, you know, kind
Yeah.
of deal. Like I'm not gonna be paying my hard-earned cash into that. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
CGI is
Well,
pretty
whatever-
bad too.
was it?
Like when Lilith was flying around, I was like, there are some moments where I'm like, that could be better.
Yeah. Okay, understood. Like the robot thing that Jack Black is like playing, he seems great. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's the thing. I was like, a lot of it, sure, it's not, you know, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah.
They got the costumes down, but like everything else was just like a little bit weird.
I think the time when my eye truly died is when they're crossing the P tentacles and it sprays them, and the girl's just like, it's in my mouth. I'm like,
Yeah, like it was a forced comedy too. It was kind of killing me where like she like rolled the window down, but Kevin Hart's like, no, roll it back up. And I was like, I want to roll it down. Oh, now I really want to. Like, I was like, I was just like, and so, like, if somebody asked me, I was like, which would you rather watch, Dragon Ball Evolution? Like, gun to my head, which one would you rather watch?
yeah.
Dragon Ball Evolution or Borderlands? I would have been like, pull the trigger. But I was like, Jesus Christ. The script is weird. Again, I can't stress it enough, is that the script doesn't feel like it was written by a human.
No, it doesn't. It literally
Yeah.
feels like what AI thinks is funny, and like it's funny because AI is the subject of our next video, but like at the same time,
Yeah.
like Jesus Christ, people are just getting too reliant on technology if that's the case. And like again, I even Sanctuary doesn't look the same. Like I've been to Sanctuary. It's a flying city, and I'm like when I got to it the same time I watched this movie. So it's cool. It's a really cool city. It's like a literal flying city on its own. But like when I got to this one, I'm like, oh, it's a generic. What do you think of video game? Like, I'm gonna buy guns places. You know, like an
Oh, where
place.
they're like wearing masks?
Yeah. That's the place.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, not much to be said other than that. I truly thought the 2010s had started, the 2020s had started a trend where we're like finally fucking good adaptations with Arcane, The Last of Us, even with the movies like Sonic, Sonic 2, even FNAF. I'm like, finally, we've been waterboarded long enough, and with Amazon's like secret level, I'm like, there we go, we finally got it. And then shit like this comes out, and I'm like, we're not there yet.
Damn it. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Nah, okay, I can't really give it that because one bad movie shouldn't encompass like all of the achievements that we have gone through.
That's true, but at the same time, it's like we still have growing pains to go through to be
That's true.
completely free of this.
Understood.
Yeah. Apparently, this was supposed to be pre-COVID too. Like it's supposed to come out like pre-COVID, and like it just
No.
kept going into like development hell. And like I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can see
And-
that.
At this point, there is no excuse anymore. You've had that much time to fix it, but nah.
Yeah. Apparently, the writer of Chernobyl was on this at one point, and he's like, no, thank you, I'm done. And you're like, damn, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, I was like, that would have been cool.
Yeah. Let's just end this video by asking you. I'll ask you, what would you rate Borderlands, the movie?
I- Look, I'm gonna rate it. It's not bad. Like I do appreciate the costume designs. The set actually does look fun. Like it looks like if I were just doing it for the paycheck, wasn't really caring for the script or the source material at all, I would have had fun as an actor here.
Yeah.
But I'm stretching it. Fight scenes were very cookie cutter, but it's not bad. I could see what's happening. The fight scenes were coherent, and I'm like, I'll give it the benefit of that. Other than that, the script, as I said, does feel like it was written by AI.
Yeah.
Everybody here in this movie does not feel like they want to be in this movie. Even the girl from Barbie. She was like, kind of out of it too. I'm like, alright.
Yeah.
And is this clearly a cash grab for anyone who is a Borderlands fan? Yes, I have to agree it is. Because it does feel like they were kind of hinting at some themes in the game where I'm like, I didn't play it, so I don't know, but they're like, oh, there's this object. You know, like that's all that's missing is like them looking at the camera and just like, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's like that, so I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, give it a 3 out of 10. It is a very below average movie. Do I recommend it to anyone who's a Borderlands fan? No. Would I recommend it to anyone who likes watching bad movies? Yes. But, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself? Because it's not even like it's so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
This is so within the lines
Yeah.
kind of like movie. Like there's nothing creative about it.
Yeah.
Even though it's such a wild kind of concept. And I didn't feel anything of like, oh, this is like the worst planet in the universe.
Yeah.
I'm like, it seems right. Like Mad Max looks like Mad Max is it's like a steroids version of this.
right?
You know?
I'll give it a 2. Like as you said, it's not even funny, haha, bad. It's just bad. Like
Yeah.
like people don't want to be here. The script is just all right. Like there's no quotes that stand out. It's one of those video game adaptations where like at least you try to have character, and it doesn't even do that. It's not like Street Fighter or the first Resident Evils, or even the 90s Mortal Kombat, where they at least had character, and there's a lot of enjoyment out of them. This is just like, I don't know what they were going with this Borderlands movie. I'm just like, one, why are you not rated R? Because Borderlands is pretty bloody from what I've played. Like,
Alright.
like that's part of the fun. Like, and also part of the fun is the fun guns they have in Borderlands, the games. And here it's just like, oh, it's generic pistol and rifles and grenade launchers, and I doesn't feel like a Borderlands movie. Again, I've just been playing for a week, but like everything I've been playing, like this movie pales in comparison to what the game is, and it brings up the argument Jeremy Johns said, where it's like, do we really, with movies like Borderlands and the Mortal Kombat one, like the first one, the reboot, do we really need video game movies like this, since video games in general are like playing a movie? Like, it doesn't really justify making one, unlike The Last of Us or Arcane, where you're like, yeah, I can totally see that. Like, whether you're a gamer or not, you can watch those and be like, oh, I get what it's all about, and like never have touched like a controller or keyboard in their life. But here it's just like, even if you're not a gamer, you're like, I'm bored. And if you're a Borderlands fan, you're like, how dare you ruin my child? And I'm bored as well. So yeah, that's just about it. But yeah, hopefully in the future we get better video game adaptations. Like, there's still the Metal Gear movie, there's still the DMC anime, there's still the upcoming Tomb Raider series from Netflix that's animated as well. So hopefully it just keeps going up from now, and let's just wait with bated breath for the Minecraft movie and see where we go from there. Yeah, but yeah, to the audience watching, I'll ask this question: what's your favorite video game adaptation, and what's your least favorite video game adaptation? Like, listing your favorites might be hard, but listing your least favorites should be pretty easy at this point if you've been growing up with these movies. But yeah, that's been our video on Borderlands, the movie. What do you guys think? If you like more of our stuff, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on TikTok and Spotify. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments and our reactions to trailers. Spotify to hear us on the go in the video and Wolf on Letterboxd, and Zoda's voices on TikTok. Where can they find you?
You can find me JomG_on Instagram. It is my art account.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.